about 16. The year before we had 900 because that was another year where it warmed up very fast. For us to make syrup in the spring, the ideal is when it gets to maybe 36 to 40 during the day and a freeze at night, because the tree is tapped, but the sap goes up and down that tree, and it warms up and the sap goes up, and of course a little bit comes out through that line where there's a lot more sap all the way around that tree. So we're not starving that tree from the sap that it needs. And then at night when it cools off, that sap goes back down to the roots. And this keeps on until you get probably 50s and 60s during the day, and then those trees have made up their mind. It's time to put out leaves, and that's what we call the trees are budding. We do not process, some people do, but we do not process any of the buddy syrup. Mostly what is done with the buddy syrup, it's sent to Canada, and a little bit of it goes into your Aunt Jemima or your Mrs. Butterworth, where they can say it has real maple in it. Well, it's mostly corn syrup and the buddy syrup is much stronger. It's not what we call grade A table syrup. And they put a little bit of that in their corn syrup, and they can say that it has real maple in it. We don't even sell it. The lowest grade that we sell at all is a B grade. We don't sell a lot of that, but there are some individuals that swear that they have to have the grade B because there is a cleanse diet or something like Klein's or cleanse diet that they've gotten off from the internet. And I personally believe that a producer that made a lot of dark syrup found a way to market his syrup.
Oh, yeah.
And he has convinced people that that has more minerals in it. They all come out of the same tree. It's the same process. It's the same density and all of that. I think it's a gimmick to get rid of it. And the other reason I believe that they use the grade B is the diet consists of, I believe it's bottled water, lemon juice, cayenne pepper, and I think the stronger flavored syrup covers up the tastes of the other things in it. But they still have not convinced me that there's more minerals to it because it comes from the same tree. We also make the sugar cane, well, we can't call them candies. It's maple sugar leaves. We cannot call them candies and cannot have a label on it that says candy because then we would have to charge sales tax. They haven't figured out that it's just another name for candy, I guess. We do the maple cream, we do the mustards, we do gift certificates, we mail or ship. Oh boy, what else do we do? Okay, I do a lot of the little containers for like a wedding. And I also have a mold that is a double heart that it's real cute for a wedding. And I can get the bags for people if, you know, for their colors. This happened to be my grandson's color, and I just kept one of those around. We belong to state and local associations. Have for years. Well, since we started making syrup the second time around. I'm also the president of the Maple Producers Association for the Chautauqua region. I make all of the fluff mix that is made from granulated maple sugar for the association. Anytime they have their cotton candy machine at the fairs or whatever, it's the granulated mix that I also make. We do the maple weekends in the spring. Those are always the last 2 weekends in March. It usually is right after St. Patrick's Day, and it's for those 4 days, the Saturday and Sunday in March. We do pancake breakfast at our sugar house. Only those days that are Maple Weekend. I do not run a restaurant. And I can't even really tell you how many people we have in there on those 4 days. We live on a dirt road, and the road is lined. I mean, we have a parking area also, but the road is lined, both sides of the road, from the corner of Putnam, I don't know how far down Shaw. We also do horse-drawn wagon rides on those Sundays because, well, we usually have anywhere from 2 to maybe 4 teams of horses there those days doing the rides. My husband also and I belong to the Collins Draft Club, and we have 2 teams of our own, but other club members come, and they may not be there for the whole day, but they come for a while. They usually come for their breakfast and stuff like that. As far as saying where you might see me, the Chautauqua Region Maple Association also has a food booth at the Chautauqua County Fair in Floral Hall, and I run that. That we serve pulled pork, ice cream, sundaes, milkshakes, maple hot dogs, peanut butter sundaes, peanut butter milkshakes, and the peanut butter sauce that you will be having here is what we also use there. I also go and help at the Chautauqua County Fair in the booth. I don't go to the state because I don't like driving all the way to Syracuse, but I do go and help at the Chautauqua County Fair. I don't know, anything else that I need to let you, okay, if anyone tries this is one of the recipes that I'm handing out. Not my best, I will tell you that right now, because the night, it's very easy to make, but you put it in the oven and you dry it. Well, it's better to do it during the day, because while mine was drying, I sat down and listened to the news, and I fell asleep. And it got a little bit drier than it needed to get. And probably some of the other things you see